Alright. Alrighties, we got another Caro-Kann I'm gonna play. Hmm. So I'm gonna play normal stuff. I have a feeling they either do or don't know the Two Knights Caro. They joined 3 days ago. I'm gonna assume they do know it. Remove the chat bot from the chat box. I think it's okay, bro, because sometimes people do run commands like the stats and all that. I think it's fine to leave it in there. Doesn't matter too much. Alright, so maybe they don't know it. I'm not actually sure. Unless I go takes, they take. I go knight f6, and then they try to go some shenanigans like 90, no, not 95, like knight d5, like, no, wait, what is it again? Bro, here. No, wait, there, sorry. No, that doesn't even make sense. I'm thinking of this knight. Anyway, 6 in the morning. I'm just gonna take. I don't see any reason not to take. A lot of the caros, a lot of these random lines, it's okay to take. So I will proceed to take. Be funny if they went here now. Yeah, I know the bishop has to be on c4, but no, sorry, Raids, I'm thinking of a different line. The queen e2 line where you give a smothered checkmate when you capture this knight, basically. Oh no, sorry, when you go over here, when you end up capturing on, well, there's no actual capture, but knight d7, and then you go knight d6. But the bishop c4 one, yes, I've played a bunch. Matthew plays it a lot, yeah. Matthew probably plays a lot of stuff. He's also, I think when I've played random games against him, we've played like different openings every game, every other game. Alright. So they go queen d3. They want to trade queens, I assume, if they see that the queen is tradable. I may oblige. It's not that I think I should trade queens. I'm actually, you know, very obviously not scared to keep the queens on, but I'm going to trade, even though it may appear bad, because one of the things I usually say is don't help your opponent develop, but the bishop on d3 may not be great. But you know what? That being said, I'm actually not going to help them develop. I'm stubborn. I'm going to develop my knight. Just because I want to see what they get up to, because it's also pretty weird that this is on d3. You're going to attempt a 6-hour stream? Nice Raids. Hopefully it goes well. Defender. Howdy, sir. Welcome back. Have I ever lost? Not in this actual slow run yet, since I reset the rating. In the initial 15 games, I lost 1 game. But, you know, the rating was gaining much, much quicker. It was around 1500 or something. Or maybe it was lower. I don't even know. We'd like to talk about ongoing game, or should we? Still better to wait, because, you know, what good teaching is it if I'm trying to give my input on stuff, and it's still, like, they're going to get their ratings back, but it's still better for me to just go through it, and we can go through all the stuff afterwards. It's educational, but it's still, I want to just, you know, play the way I would normally play. I don't think it's right for me to look at moves and everything like that, and it's not something I like to do, so. That's true, what Eagle's saying, but I still think it's best to wait until after the game. Alright, so this person is trying to develop like this, and that's okay. Well, you know, thanks, K9, for clarifying. Definitely thanks for clarifying. I still want to make it fair for these people. They should still be able to win ELOs and not take the chance to have to get an ELO refund. Like, I assume if they win, Chess.com probably doesn't give them an ELO refund. Or if they probably don't take the ELOs away, I mean, you can get me to eat shapes. You can say that. Unfortunately, I don't have any, so sag. Alright, so here, I wouldn't always trade, but this is maybe going to be annoying if I want to castle short, and also after this, I'm probably going to use this as an excuse to develop and attack the knight that's going to end up over there. And then I just castle with the extra tempo I'm getting here. So they're kind of helping me out. They might go for this shenanigans, but I don't think that's a problem for me after I castle. They want to take my light square bishop. Probably not ideal for them, honestly. If we look at the structure, like, my light square bishop is not the best piece that I could have. I already have 4 pawns on light squares, and others will probably follow if I get that bishop out first. Alright. If they want to, they can do it. I will not stop you, my friendo. I'm just going to castle. They may go for this. You know, there is a knight there, though, but still. Okay. That's interesting. I might take, and after takes, I might just go this way. I don't think that's even needed, actually. Maybe I'll go this way. Thing is, I don't have to actually trade. I could probably go b5 as well. No, I'm just gonna move it. For some reason I'm in a stubborn mood here. Don't want to trade anything. Nah, whatever. I give in. Don't feel like thinking about it. Now I might go bring this over here and bring the queen to f6. May not do that. Let me just start with attacking the queen. I may as well attack the queen because I want to bring the rook to the center anyway. You know, depending on where they move it, I may have a tempo on the knight, and which might force it back to d3 itself, or actually it can force it back this way. I was thinking I can threaten a checkmate here. Yes, that is correct what Eagles is saying, definitely. Yes, trading a lot of the time should only really be done if there's a reason. I mean, if the reason is I'm scared of their piece, that's still a reason. Not the ideal reason, but it's still a reason. Okay, so I don't think this is wonderful. Might go here. They don't have any checks. If they had any checks, this could be scary. They're gonna have to go back to f3. I go knight, 94. I'm gonna have 3 things attacking this guy. Let's just see what they get up to here. Anywho, you're scared of me, Mr. Brent. Brentos Mentos. How you going, bro? How are you, sir? Look at my beastly rating. So scary. So scary. Such a threatening fella. Jeez. How are you, sir? Hope you've been well, Mr. Brentos. Okay, they're either going to go f3. Sorry, knight f3, I should say. I mean, they could try this, but this is obviously not going to work because of this. They have to pretty much either go knight f3 or knight d3. Knight d3 just literally blocks it. Okay, so they didn't go either of those things. Am I missing something or not? I don't think I'm missing anything. So, in fact, I will just take this with check. Okay, and I may go b5. Let me see. After knight b5, okay, I have an idea. I mean, everything wins, of course, but I'm considering this, this, and this. If we get the chance, I might just take this, and I want to see what they're up to with that knight and with that bishop. Okay, it feels like sometimes we're actually getting people who are playing like their rating, and sometimes we're not getting people like that at all. I do want to point out here that you can never get too slack, because I can get back rank mated. I've not completely developed here either. Trade off Benji. No. 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 Well, I mean, I guess you can. You can just watch somebody else's stream. That's technically trading me off. Hi, bro. You only just got to 1,000, I thought. Right? 1,100 or 1,200? I don't even remember. Okay, so they're going to attack me. That's actually a pretty good move. See, this is what I mean. If I went here, I actually am losing the queen. So that's not a bad move at all. But I do have this move. Interesting, honestly. That is not a move I expected. So you can't go here. I'm not sure how many people would have blundered that. I will actually go this way. Trickstar, you know, you gotta be careful. I don't know if that was actually his intention or not, or if he was just attacking my bishop, but yeah. Sorry, my queen. He may have been attacking, but I kind of feel like he thought that went through. Brent, you wish you were 1,000. Yeah. Oh, Lord. I might just take this and then see how we go. You know what? This is kind of risky. This guy's, I feel threatened. I'm feeling a little threatened here, guys. I do think this is a free pawn, but I'm kind of scared. No, I'll take it. It's a free pawn. Brent isn't good at chess. He's a noob. Yes, sure he is. Okay, so they're going for the same tactic. I can actually go for this, though. So I might go here. I might just go here and just, you know, safen myself up so I don't get mated. Is that a word? I'm gonna safen up, guys. Safen up, fellas. So I'm kind of hoping somehow we get a trade here, because this is kind of scary here. Jeez, I mean, their players improved quite a bit in the last handful of moves. Hello, Jesse. What's up, sir? It's like they've realized they can do these bishop discoveries like as of a move ago, and now they're finding all the best bishop discoveries. I'm scared. Anyway, we'll see what happens there. This guy's finding some good moves. Magnus is mentor himself. Oh lord. So they go for it anyway, but there's no way this is actually working for them, I believe. But I have time, so I will double check. So, calculations here is really king h7. I guess they're going to give me a check. So they have two checks that they can consider. They have either queen h3 or queen h4. Well, that's not true, actually. They also have queen d3, but that just hangs a queen in one move, so I don't think they're going to do that. And then after that, so queen h3 or queen h4. Let's start with queen h3. Queen h3, so king h7, queen h3, king g8. Honestly, I see nothing. After h4, I also see nothing. I really don't think this works. You know what? If I get mated by Mr. Terror Trevor, so be it. So be it. We'll see. So the thing is, okay, so maybe they overestimated this. I don't mind what they did, but it just doesn't seem to work. After I go back, they don't have a mate. So that's why I'm a little confused. But people do it. Okay, so I will take like this. And now my bishop is actually coming out to say hello. So this is not a problemo. And if they're not careful, like if they just move a pawn or something willy-nilly, I will be collecting that juicer there too. All right. Okay. Maybe I just give some checks. Maybe I do what I was originally going to do, but now the knight can actually drop back. I think I will simply bring this bishop over here, because I'm not sure if it's quite clear to you guys what they want, but they are actually eyeing off knight g5 and I guess queen h7, but my knight's actually here, so maybe they're not. Not sure. But they have prolonged this game for sure. So that's an interesting move. After I go here, if they move their knight, I will be collecting their rook. So actually, I mean, technically I can just take this as well. I think I will just actually take this. I don't know what I'm thinking about. Actually, I can take it this way too. I wouldn't take it with the knight. Why wouldn't I take it with the knight? Because then they may actually have some threats. They don't have any threats. Okay, I'm just going to take it. I think they're making moves that look like these winning tactics, but, well, not winning tactics. They look like certain tactics, but I don't know if it's that they're unable to finish the calculation or not all the way through. This is a nice try, but it's going to lead to them being checkmated. In fact, can I just checkmate them now? So the idea, I believe, for them was they take. This may not have been their idea, by the way, guys, but this is what I'm thinking their idea would be. There, takes, can't collect because of this guy, and then I have a few options. One, I could just go like this and take, and then after they take, I take the queen. Or, so takes, and then if I really want to, this may end up in a checkmate as well. I'm not quite sure. I could actually start with check if I wanted to. No, I think I'll just do this. I don't know. I think I'm just going to keep it simple. Simple chess. I don't want to overcalculate. That's the idea behind the speedrun. Actually, sorry, if they do anything, this is just a checkmate too. I just realized that. Okay, I'm missing some things, but it will get the job done. If they had two moves, they'd be winning. If I accidentally pre-move something, I'd be losing. If they went for that. Nice try though, honestly. Like, I do wonder if they had an advantage at some stage, but it's probably not the case. We'll see. Oh, so they sacked again. Honestly, nice try. But after they give me a check, all I have to do is just block with the bishop or the knight. Well, with the bishop, I guess. I was thinking if they go there. That's also kind of interesting. So I can go here and then they actually... No, if I go here... Whatever. It's not going to be winning. I mean, it's not going to be a draw, of course. They don't have enough stuff here. So simply, I'm just going to go here. Then I will go over here and it's just going to be a checkmate. But that was honestly a nice attempt. You know, you don't always expect this stuff from somebody that's just raiding. A good game to them. Let's check out Mr. Terra Trevor. Let's see what happened here. I wonder if the bishop sack... The bishop sack was most definitely not good. Most definitely not. I missed mate one? I probably did. Let's see. Well, they had a mistake and a blunder. Oh, wait, I didn't have any miss. Apparently. Axiom, what's up, sir? How have you been, man? How are the games? How's everything? Alright, so this I was just developing, as I was saying. I originally considered taking, because after they take with the bishop, then, you know, the bishop's on a weird square, but I also just did not want to give them one extra move to actually be closer to castling. So I figured, nah, whatever. The awkward square bishop is not enough compensation for them to have that. Yes, there I didn't think this was correct. Just took, and the idea was basically after I take, I'm going to get the tempo on the other piece to then, for me to be able to castle first. So it's pretty good for black, I think. Apparently it's still a draw, but a little drawish. I guess equal material and all that. Still bouncing around the thousands? Hell yeah, bro. I'm just doing a slow run I started recently. So these are rapid, that's why I got this snack for attack account. Well, I'll quickly finish this analysis. Yes, there they just, you know, 95. I wasn't going to trade, but then I decided the reason I actually chose to trade here was because I didn't think this was going to be good here, and in the end, it's not really helping the development. And my development is currently hindered, so at least after I go like this, I have the option to bring the bishop to d7, or I can bring the knight back. So I didn't really think it was a problem. One other thing I think about is, I think it was Bobby Fischer. You know, I always forget what the actual saying is. Basically, when it comes to things like blunder checking, just eliminate pieces of your opponents kind of on your side of the board. You know, if you do that, I mean, you're probably not getting checkmated. That's not the way the saying is, that's just my interpretation. Of course, you don't want to trade pieces for no good reason either, depending on the position, so. Yes, so here I just attack the queen. Simply, okay, so I actually thought this was going to be better for me. Apparently it wasn't. I had also considered this and then going queen f6, but I thought I'll just see what they do, and I kind of did think they were going to blunder that pawn. Probably wouldn't have done it against the 2200, you know, because they probably just go here. They can even castle mom, possibly. Wait, yeah, after this, sorry, they could even castle, and it's no good. Castling here I think would be bad, though, because it allows my pieces to get in, and then they might be getting mated. It's probably really bad, actually, because the weakness is in the dark square. Okay, maybe not mated, but still. I was just thinking, like, after something like this and this, then it's me who's obviously attacking here. They have to probably go f3 or... Wait, this... Wait, how's this not winning? Now this does work, apparently? Oh, because they collect the juicer over there. They collect the rook. Anyway. Technically, I could probably consider sacking the rook, though. No, but then knight blocks. Never mind, doesn't work. Yes. Wow. Check, check, check. Oh my gosh, I didn't see that. Wait, no, that doesn't work. Oh yes, no, they just wanted me to trade because after queen d1, rook d1, rook d1, yeah, it's king e2, you just collect the rook in the end. Probably not necessary here, but had I seen it, maybe I would have considered. I was trying to go for a sneaky checkmate though, so if they didn't find that move and they had just pushed a pawn, this would have been a checkmate. Because they would have to take, and then after this is just a mate. So king cut off. But yes, that was nice. For anybody who didn't see what the issue was, sorry, what the threat was if I went here, this is actually then, you know, winning the queen. So I was pretty impressed that they found that. And then they were inspired to play more discovery tactics, which is why they moved there. Because after this, I mean, I'm assuming this is why. Because after this and takes, they'd have the discovery on d8. So if we see where I went wrong in this opening, I do think I probably should have got the bishop out earlier because it kind of cost me a bit here. Yeah, so they sacked. It wasn't good. It was just a freebie. They got a pawn, but there was just no threats. No follow-ups. Maybe if they had 3 other pieces, but really no follow-ups there. Anyway, let's see. Bishop f5, obviously clearly not the best move here, but it was just me, my attempt at finally getting this bishop free. And understanding if I wanted to move a piece, they're attempting to go for like a checkmate over here anyway. Knight is obviously still there, so it's not a big deal, but better to be overly safe than to be overly sorry. Yes, here, I went there, check. And that's pretty much the way the cookie crumbles. I'm not sure. Oh yes, I missed a mate 1 there, correct. Is what it is. When you have mate 1, look for something better.